Here a little bit early today to talk NFL news and notes. We're talking Week 13. We'll be heading into the 8 p.m. show hour. We're just about an hour or so early just to get through some of this news and have a little bit of a earlier show today. Hampton back at practice, 21-day window open. What's it mean? Does he have a shot to return prior to Week 16, which would be that time frame he's kind of guaranteed to come back? Will he be back this week? There are a lot of rumblings about him being back this week. There's a lot of rumblings about him at least being back by next week. No one truly knows when Hampton will return, but there is at least a shot that he could return potentially this week. So we're just kind of monitoring the hell out of that situation. We got Rashee Rice news, seems to be okay. Practicing, expected to practice and practice today. George Pickens, well, news on that. I'll break that down. Whole bunch of other news and more. The Fantasy Football Show. Falcons may be moving on from Penix Jr. already. That staff might not be. Who the hell knows what's happening with this situation? That show begins right now. File on in.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're also streaming to Rumble today. So congratulations to the Rumble community getting their groove on today with us. I believe that's set up. Let me just see if I think we're streaming over there now. I'll have to check and make sure everything's going good there. But we'll be streaming on Rumble. I'll definitely be doing more Rumble in the 2026 season. I don't know if I'm going to do a dedicated Rumble show or do just some multi-streaming. Right now we're multi-streaming, but Rumble is going to become, I've always wanted Rumble to become a part of the show and have its own little place. So that I've always felt that way. I always wanted it, and I think it's going to happen. But right now we're going to multi-stream. Let's break down all this news. Again, Hampton, I don't know if Hampton will be back this week. I don't know. Yeah, we are live on Rumble. Good. And I'm telling you, we're probably going to do some dedicated shows over there. I'm really excited about Rumble's growth, and I really want to be the biggest show over on Rumble, period. And so we'll take them. We might even do a different format over on Rumble. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but we're definitely going to take Rumble by storm in 2026 and multi-stream there right now. Hampton, again, as I just said, we don't know if he'll be playing this week. Probably don't plan on it, but he looks really good out there in practice. They just don't want to overdo it. They don't want to injure him. They want to make sure he's going to be, potentially there for this playoff run that they're going on. So I think he definitely has a great shot at being back next week, but is a little bit more of a question mark heading into this week. But a lot of crazy news floating around today. Bill Belichick, one of them, according to this NFL Insider, reports are that 3 NFL teams are interested in pursuing North Carolina head coach Bill Belichick this offseason. We'll see how that goes. Do they know that it comes with an assistant coach? Oh, my God. Can you imagine the NFL with his girlfriend running around the sidelines? Joe Burrow will return in Week 13. We knew this. We've been talking about it all week. It's not new news necessarily, but there's a lot going on with this Joe Burrow situation. He had this press conference where he said, look, I don't care if we're 3 wins, 4 wins. If I'm healthy, I'm going to play. I'm not going to play scared. And so hats off to Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow back. Jamar Chase back. T. Higgins out with a concussion. Yoshi Voss getting a bump. Chase Brown getting a bump. Chase Brown without Jamar Chase is hampered a little bit because they don't get near the red zone and goal line as much. But without T. Higgins, but with Jamar Chase and with Joe Burrow, I kind of feel like Chase Brown's value could go up. Whereas, you lose Chase Brown, you don't have Burrow, his value doesn't go up just because he's the focal point. He's gonna be the focal point of the defense. But in this particular combination of situations, Burrow back, Chase back, stretching the field, defensive attention, Chase Brown, bunch of dump offs. I think Chase Brown has a monster day. And we'll see what the Bengal boys can do walking into the remaining part of the season. Let's see here. No, Smitty, she's the GM in the box. Maybe she becomes the GM of the team that he goes to. Yeah, I don't know. She controls everything. That's just the wildest relationship in the world. Michael Wilson, Cardinals OC Drew Petzing, said that he'll continue to put Michael Wilson higher in the progression, even when Marvin Harrison Jr. returns. When's he going to return? We don't really know. And it sucks to watch this situation just sit there and move on without him. Like this quarterback, Brissett, the Briskinator, is gunslinging. And MHJ did really well with his first contest with him. We thought, man, this is it. This is all we needed. MHJ was held back by Kyler. We all knew he was, but to see it happen, and then all of a sudden, Kyler's not around. And Michael Wilson Jr. is taking full advantage. And for those of you that have waivers going off tonight, make sure you're hitting this board here. Screenshot that. Michael Wilson is the top wide receiver. DK Watson. Mike Evans is there because we just don't know what the hell's going on there. Parker Washington, Higgins. That's Jaden Higgins. Dortch, Tez, Burden. Those are the receivers. Benson, Tucker, Tootin, Gainwell, Neal. These arrows here represent that there's huge climbs depending on what you need. Neal honestly could climb all the way to the top if you're in need of production right now. Kamara's probably out at least 1 week. We'll have more news on that, I think, as the week moves along. So Neal could certainly climb up that board steadily. That's why those arrows are there. The other players are there because some of you are stashing. You know, you want week 16, week 15 player upside, and that's where you go with the Tootin. You go with the player like that. Saquon Barkley says he's in a little bit of a funk right now. You think? A little bit of a funk? Not only is the offense in a funk constantly, and they rotate around. A.J. Brown's not safe anymore just because A.J. Brown did what he did, what we predicted he'd do, saying that if you don't start A.J. Brown this week, why would you ever even own him? He's playing the Dallas Cowboys. This was last week. And he exploded as we thought he would. So, I mean, I don't know what else to tell anybody other than Saquon Barkley needs to go out there if you own him. He's not running right. He's not hitting the hole. There's footage, multiple plays where this guy literally has an open rushing lane and he chooses to go around it. I don't know what's going on with him. But we said not to draft him. He's certainly still remains a good, decent buy low, seller dweller player. And that's what we've been treating him all the last like 4 or 5 weeks. But nobody should be even coming close to his draft day value. This is one of the bigger busts that we call correctly on the season. This Derrick Henry, J-Mo, Lab McConkey, all complete, utter, don't go near him avoids on draft day. But all of them now are kind of attractive go buy low pieces. I know a lot of you want to give up on J-Mo now and give up on Lad, but J-Mo and Lad are so attractive to buy low. It's a fantastic maneuver, ladies and gentlemen. Go scoop up these guys on pennies on the dollar. And if you guys think you can't trade or nobody can trade, that's not true. We did a poll, and at least one out of, I'd say 40% to 45% of you watching can trade in at least one of your leagues still. So there still will be some trade content, but we are trickling away from that and more so talking about not only 2026, but also your lineup decisions and things of that nature walking into the remaining part of the season. But we'll tackle whatever you have. But Barkley in a little funk, that's not going to change. I don't think so. Could he have a pop-off game here and there? Sure. But he's certainly a mess right now. DK Metcalf, Tomlin says he will be limited early in the week. DK Metcalf will have to watch walking into the games. Now, remember, we got a lot of Turkey Day games, so we got to make some decisions before Sunday, and a lot of them. So there'll be some weird calls that we got to make, preemptive calls, and backup plans if we want to go with the riskier plays. Great optimism that Aaron Rodgers' wrist will play Pittsburgh Week 13. How are we doing over on Rumble? Can I ask all of you to go over to the Rumble channel? Let me see if I could get that URL. I'll paste the URL. Rumble. I just want everybody to make sure they're subscribed to Rumble. Fantasy Football Show. Let me see if I can get this URL. We have 498 followers over there. So road to 1,000. Let me drop the Rumble link right now. I want to see how many subscribers we get on Rumble in this show with the roughly 500 YouTubers out there watching this channel right now. And we're at 498. I would love to see like a plus number, like 100+ increase over on Rumble real quick. Just subscribe over on Rumble if you could. Those that don't know what Rumble is, Rumble's the biggest YouTube really competitor there is, and we're gonna definitely smash the hell out of the Rumble content. Is Rumble safe for work? Rumble is just a YouTube competitor, so yeah, it's fine, bro. Just subscribe to it. Some of you not knowing what Rumble is wild, but that's good. That's good because we're going to do, I believe we're going to do a self-contained show on Rumble. It will be a Rumble exclusive show. So we'll be doing it. I love Rumble. It is a really good platform. It's just been a little behind on the technical stuff and, being able to stream to it's not the easiest thing in the world. It's not seamless, but it is something that I've been wanting to get on board with, and the app has been getting better over the years. But Rumble is definitely a fantastic platform that we're going to dominate. So please subscribe. Let me see what that subscription number is right now. $4.98 is what we started with. Hit that subscribe button over on Rumble. Do it live, and we'll keep checking throughout the show. Aaron Rodgers optimism. We'll go ahead and look at that again. Here, subscribe to the Rumble channel. Sub to Smitty on Rumble. Boom. Whoops. Sub to Smitty on Rumble. I forgot to put the link in there. Rumble. Boom. There's the link. Let me pin that link. Please subscribe over there. Help your boy grow this channel from the ground up. It's going to be fantastic. Rashee Rice in week number 13. Hamstring expected to practice Tuesday. Very good sign for him playing week number 13 and not being a big issue. You'd see him like completely out. You know, he might end up being listed as limited or something, but to even be practicing at this point is a very good sign. And the fact that he went in and played a whole lot of football and had 140 plus yards, eight receptions, if I remember correctly, on the hamstring, like it's not obviously that big of a hamstring issue. Ray, thank you for the one gifted membership. I see your super chats, guys. I'll get to you in 1 second. Let me get to this news. Sports Illustrated, Albert Breer believes that the 49ers could get a day 2 pick for pick in the 2026 NFL draft, maybe a conditional third in 2027 for Mac Jones this offseason. Well, I don't know. We went over this last night. Mac Jones is still under contract, which I forgot that they had re-signed him. I was thinking he was a free agent when we walked into the show last night. And we looked at it. Jose gifting a membership. Jose, thank you for gifting that membership. The recipients of those would be Fan. You got one from Jose. And looks like who got it? Dominic got the gifted membership from Ray De La Torre. So thank you guys for dropping those gifteds. Appreciate you. I think the Niners, like we said last night, probably aren't interested in trading Mac Jones away. And now Purdy's hurt. We'll see how that develops. Purdy's banged up right now. What is the Brock Purdy injury? So as of right now, nothing to do with my toe is what he's saying. What is this injury? What are they saying it is? Interceptions had nothing to do with my toe. No, toe is fine. Purdy said feels good out there, just really seeing the play develop. I don't know. People are saying that he's like banged up right now, and the Niners aren't really speaking to it. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. In the coming weeks. Why would I go to a YouTube competitor? I'm not going to a YouTube competitor. I'm live streaming to multiple platforms. Like why stream to Instagram? Why stream to Twitter? Marquez, it's the same thing. It's no different. So day 2 pick, maybe they get that, maybe they don't. But honestly, I don't think the Niners are gonna walk away from Mac Jones because I don't think they believe in Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy looks really bad. 3 interceptions, first quarterback of the year to throw 3 INTs in the first half. It was a debacle. And the Niners defense and the rushing attack and Kyle just scheming up some good plays. And the fact that the Panthers couldn't capitalize on turnovers made this a very, very easy win. Lamar Jackson toe practiced on Tuesday. There's some concern about Lamar. I get it. Everybody's a little upset that Lamar Jackson isn't delivering what Lamar Jackson is expected to deliver. But I still firmly believe in his value go forward, even if he has a another kind of mediocre day or a good day, not great day, I still firmly believe that he will carry you down the stretch. Lamar is a fantasy football scoring gold mine. He's in a slump. He is, and I'm definitely buying on Lamar if I can still trade. George Pickens, knee, calf. Concerning that there's 2 injuries here, but Schottenheimer said that Pickens will practice, obviously, Tuesday. He did. So we'll have to see what is happening. Smitty, you need to get Purdy a coffee. Why would that be, Marquez? Why would I give Purdy a coffee? How would that be the case? So Pickens will monitor that, but it seems to be okay. It just sucks there's 2 injuries to monitor, but seems to be fine. Anybody practicing today, I'm not even worried at all about their availability, but certainly we need to monitor the hell out of it for sure. Penix Jr., this one's crazy, man. I mean, Raheem Morris said that Michael Penix Jr. injury could force the Falcons to make some different plans this offseason. The crazy part about this is, like, maybe he needs to make some different plans. Will he even be there? Maybe he will. This shouldn't be the coaching staff in place going forward, marching into 2026, because they don't know what they're doing. They're incompetent with how they deploy everything. They've got the best running back in the National Football League. I mean, him and Gibbs are tied. Bijan and Gibbs are tied, but they have, technically speaking, the most gifted footwork, just overall well-rounded rusher in the National Football League in Bijan, and they're giving him 70 yards. They're giving him less than that, some weeks. It's an awful display of incompetence when you're handing Algier. I don't care how good Algier does. Bijan would do everything Algier is doing good. He would do it better. And just wild to me. Just absolutely wild. I'm still, even more wild is why Marquez said that I'm getting a coffee for Purdy. No one is even understanding what you mean on that, Marquez. But Brock Purdy should be benched for Mac Jones. No question in my mind. Will he be benched? Some of the people watching the live stream yesterday obviously didn't listen to what I said because there was comments over going, LOL, Smitty, Purdy's not getting benched. I said he should be getting benched. I said maybe a miracle injury ends up coming into the picture and they are allowed to put Mac Jones in. And then all of a sudden today there's rumors around San Fran, at least, that Purdy, is there an injury? Is there something going on? Is there something brewing? We'll find out. But Morris, will Morris be there? Will this coaching staff be there in Atlanta in 2026? They shouldn't be. They're absolutely misusing everything. They got a top 5 wide receiver in Drake London. They have a top 1 to 2 running back in Bijan Robinson. They had a quarterback that is a gunslinger from college that they don't use properly. He's going through his rookie year. Penix Jr. is not perfect. No one's saying he is. No one's saying he's a lock for the future either, the way he's played this year. But you certainly aren't catering to his needs and allowing him to play good football. You're not putting him in the best positions. You're not masking all of his deficiencies. You're literally exposing all of his weaknesses and letting this guy get pummeled one week, do well the next week, get pummeled the next week, and now he's injured with another knee injury. Yet another knee injury. This guy has had so many season-ending knee injuries. He had to play 2 extra years in college just to prove he could stay healthy, and he's tried his best, but the team can't block, can't scheme, can't game plan to keep Penix not only successfully marching the football down the field each week consistently, but staying upright and avoiding these hits that cause a quarterback like Penix Jr. with extensive knee injury history to get injured. And so who knows what they do. But I will say this, the knee injury happened so late, and he's such a tough player to predict with recovery because of all the knee issues he's had. There's a good chance he's not starting week 1. There's a chance he could, but there's a chance he doesn't. And then what do? Do they just bring in an older veteran to suffice while they wait for Penix to get in there? Or do they bring in somebody that might not allow Penix to grab the job back? That is going to be dependent on the coaching staff that they bring in. Marion Hampton, as I said earlier, returned, designated from to return from injured reserve. They technically would be putting him out there in week 16 if things weren't on an expedited track. But the word is that there's a chance he could play this week, but more likely it would be next week, which is good news. But the fantasy football playoffs, weeks 15, 16, 17, you need him for week 15. He's slated to be back by at least week 16, but you need him for at least week 15. We would like him to be out there in week 14. We would really like him to be out there in week 13, but probably more expected to be week 14. Guys, don't forget to go subscribe on Rumble. Here's the link right here. Sub to Smitty on Rumble. Boom. There's the link. It's pinned in the live chat. We will be doing some exclusive stuff on Rumble this year. A lot. I want to make Rumble. I don't know if I'm going to make Rumble some sort of, I don't know if it'll be like a news show. It'll be a rapid fire phone call show. It's going to be something exclusive to Rumble. By the way, you guys, we soared over 500 followers real quickly. I appreciate you guys subbing over on Rumble. You're going to love it. It's right now I'm multi-streaming, so the same show is on Rumble, but it will be exclusive content on Rumble at some point in 2026, maybe early on. You know, it might be where the Dynasty show lives. I don't know. I haven't really penciled it out right now, but it might be. It's not going to hamper or change anything on YouTube. It will be extra. Whatever we do over there won't be something we're doing necessarily here. Might be where we do the Dynasty channel. It might not be. I'm not sure. It might. That seems to be one of the more likely scenarios. If I had to guess, the Dynasty channel will be on Rumble. The Patreon, we do a lot of stuff on Patreon that will be Dynasty geared. So for those of you that aren't on the Patreon, make sure you're a part of that, because I'll be whispering out what we might be dropping video wise on Patreon consistently. So here's that link right there. So there'll be a lot more Dynasty content, but a lot of it could be on Rumble, or I could do some. I don't know what I've decided to do yet on Rumble. I'm open for suggestions, but we'll definitely have tons of content there. Let's see. Joe Burrow put this on Instagram saying he's back. Joe Burrow, look at him. Look at the man. This is the photo. It looks like it was at Mom's house. This is at Mom's house. This looks like maybe it was like the afternoon before he had a blind date. You know, he was at the gym, came down, you know, pounded some creatine powder. He's at Mom's in the basement. The mirror's sideways. You know, the bathroom's dirty. And Mom's screaming at him. He didn't do his chores. But Joe Burrow back, baby. Joe Burrow, great sense of humor on that guy. Let's go over these super chats. We got this one from Daniel. Daniel, appreciate your super chat. Tracy Jr., Debo, Franklin, pick 2, double flex. I'd probably say Debo, and man, I'm kind of tempted to go Franklin over Tracy right now. I don't know if I trust Tracy. Guys, can you vote Tracy or Franklin? I'm definitely putting Debo in, but I'm going to go probably Franklin, I think, in this one. But I'm interested to see if anybody likes Tracy more. Who should I start in the flex, Ladd or Kyron? I'm not sitting Kyron Williams. I don't know what this negativity on Kyron is. He's getting the same amount of carries he's been getting the last handful of weeks. He's had multiple touchdowns week in and week out, and this week he didn't have the touchdowns. So everybody's like, oh, he's now splitting work with Blake Corum. Like, he's still getting the exact same workload. 9-3, Burrow, Gibbs, Harvey, Hendy, Buka, Rice, Franklin, weak link, had Neighbors, McBride. I have Benson, Woody, Evans to bench on bench to Jupiter. It's a good-looking team. I mean, Gibbs, Harvey's coming back in the nick of time to help you if you need it, and you have the flex spots for it, but I'm still starting Hendy without a hesitation. The volume's been there for him. It just wasn't a great output. Rice, love this team. Really, really good. McBride, I don't know if you can trade. If you can trade, of course, you would maybe try and move like a Benson and potentially I don't know, like Buka Rice is I think I just hold this team. If you can't trade, you're in good shape, so don't worry. I really like the balance you have in the running back 3 that you're going to have Burrow back. 9-3 with Burrow coming back. That's wild that you're at 9-3, suffering Neighbors and Burrow injuries. Great work. 9-3 is one of the better records you'll even see. PPR trade, Kelsey or Goddard and Vidal. I'd probably go with Kelsey at this point. You have Hampton. If it makes you sleep well at night, I have no problem leaning on Goddard over Kelsey to make you feel comfortable if you've got the roster spots to secure that up. I'd rather have Kelsey in a vacuum. I don't really care about Vidal right now as much. But if you needed him this week, then I'm fine with that. If Vidal will maybe play for you if Hampton doesn't play, which I don't. It's 40% chance maybe he plays. I'm fine with that trade if you want to sleep better at night and have that help this week. Smitty, start 4 of these 2 running back max. JJ, Dowdle, Rome, Hendy, Harvey, J-Mo, Christian Watson. Start 4 of these 2 running back max. JJ, Dowdle, Hendy. So Dowdle and Hendy is your 2 running back max. I want to get Harvey in there, but I'm not sitting Hendy or Dowdle. And Dowdle, I know some people are scared of Dowdle, but I'm not worried about Dowdle. The running backs were just not used, period, in this game. It wasn't necessarily that Dowdle was getting, 6 yards a rip. And Chuba was doing well too. He's in like the 5s. But they ran the ball 6 times with Dowdle and 3 with Chuba. So it wasn't like Chuba got this extensive run over him. Dowdle led the team in yards and receptions. Tied for number 1 in receptions and had the most yards on the team receiving. So Dowdle still was used in proportion the most. It just felt bad because he didn't have the stats and they pulled him at the goal line. It was just stupid. I don't think they'll do that again. And then they did. Then when he was in, they threw the ball through an INT instead of running the ball 3 times to Dowdle. It was just ridiculous. Let's go with JJ, and then probably I think Rome might be a tad safer with JMO, higher risk for 0 to 4 points, something like that, but upside of 100 and a touchdown. It seems to be squeaky wheel without even JMO being a squeaky wheel. It seems to be the perceived notion that if JMO's not fed right, this team says we got to fix that. Now, I think when you're exploding and rushing for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns on the ground in a game, you do tend to lean away from the pass and not need JMO to stretch the field, but you can bet your bottom dollar that Gibbs will be a focal point of a opposing defense in the next couple of weeks. So I think JMO is a crafty play, and I'd probably go JMO myself, even though people want to write him off. Rock out, appreciate you. Trade Bijan and Debo for Chase Brown and Collins. I think I'd probably say I'm okay with this trade, Rock out, if you need a change. I would try and do Bijan straight up for the 2. But if you don't need a change, if things are going good, don't move Bijan. If you're in the playoffs, you're marching forward, you've had injuries, but some of those guys are coming back, i.e. Burrow, Hampton, then I think I just stay the course with Bijan. But Bijan is hampered for sure, but he could still explode and have a top 5 running back season, going forward. I have no doubt in my mind that I'm drafting Bijan Robinson in the top 10 overall. I'm drafting over again today for weeks 13 through 17. I'm not hesitating on that whatsoever. But Chase Brown's a nice play. Nico's still a top 7 to 10 wide receiver minimum to me. And so it's an intriguing proposition if you need a change. But if you don't need a change, I don't think I'm moving Bijan. And I'm certainly not feeling as good about throwing Debo in. So I think if you throw Debo in, my answer is no. If it's a 1 for 2 truly, I think I'm intrigued. But you throw Debo in, and Debo's close enough to need close enough. I'm not saying I don't want Nico over Debo, but it's close enough to where it's like, why are we doing it then? If we're doing this 2 for 2, trade Buka and Judkins for Puka. That's an intriguing proposition. I think my answer is the same as it was for Rockout's question. If you need a change, then go get Puka. If you're doing well with Buka Judkins, and I know Buka had a bad game. I know people are freaking out about Buka. Judkins had 2 touchdowns, as we said he would this past game. Looking pretty solid, but very limited with this offensive game plan sometimes. I think I'm just wanting Puka all around, but I could see myself saying if things are great, why change it with Buka and Judkins, especially if you're winning with that. But I don't know, man. Puka is just, it's a nice move. Or Achane and Bowers for Buka, Judkins, and Strange. No way I'm doing that trade. I have Gibbs, Monty. I'd rather have Puka Nacua in this situation. In your current situation, Puka Nacua all the way is what it is. 10-man, 8-4, winning my division. And I do like Buka. I don't want anybody to think I don't like Buka going forward. I love Buka going forward. Is Ibuka is Cook Smitty? That's a casual take, Bob. That's a casual take. No offense. But saying Buka is cooked is such an overreaction. That's one of those reactions you see from rookie commentators, my boy. So I don't know what you're doing there. Okay. Let's see here. 8-4, winning my division. Maybe QJ, Marks, Rice, JSN, Adams, Schultz, Waller. Really want another back. Offered Harvey for my Wandell on my bench. If Wandell's on your bench, I like Wandell. Not saying he's trash. I go and I get Harvey for Wandell in hopes that you can get some running back production, which I do think we will see Harvey have a really nice week 13. I'm hoping. Bijan, Ford, JJ, and Bebo. Bebo? Who's Bebo? Debo? Bijan. Not doing that. Or Bijan, Ford, JJ, and Rico. That one's intriguing too if you need the change. If things are not working with Bijan and you're needing some sort of risk, then I like the JJ Rico risk. In the current state of the Atlanta Falcons version of Bijan Robinson. Now, if Penix was there and they were balling out, it'd be a whole different ballgame, but we're seeing a limitation at times. At least he'll be inconsistent for Bijan, even when he does have those big, huge blow-up games. In a vacuum, I'd rather have Bijan. I'm just saying that if you need a change, the JJ Rico is not a take-a-lap moment, but I will answer I'd rather have Bijan. My Bucky and Jennings for CD, I would take, Juwan Jennings is not somebody that I'm extremely excited about unless he's in a ring taking money shots, right in the nads. This guy can take any kind of beating you give him. Hats off to Jennings. We watched that video. I got the video on my Instagram. This boy was taking a beating, and he showed some extreme discipline. We ripped on him after the game because he did end up going and punching what's his face in the helmet. But it was definitely deserved when you go back and watch it. And as soon as the show ended, I posted the video of Jennings getting popped, and Jennings did show some reserve on the field. But I don't think other than taking that kind of beating, I don't know that we're locking Jennings into a wide receiver 3 spot in fantasy. I think if you're doing that, you're probably not in the best of shape. But I'd say CD is definitely worthy of this trade, in my opinion. I think Bucky's a nice upside play who we love, and we think Bucky goes crazy, most likely walking into the remaining part of the season. But could it be a slow week back? Could it be 1 or 2 weeks before he's in a rhythm? Maybe, maybe not. But I still take the gamble on CD. I love CeeDee Lamb. I think everyone's overreacting on CeeDee Lamb. It's crazy. Started 1-3, now 7-5, currently 4 seed. Attaboy, rock out to the moon. My Bucky for Drake London. I'd rather have Bucky because we don't know how long Drake London's out, bro. So take this Bucky side and run. Bucky's at least back. Team is Lamar, Burrow, CD, Jettas, Rome. Need to win out or get it. Lineup advice. Lineup locks are disappointed lately. Well, Lamar, CD, Jettas, Rome, Bucky. I mean, it's Bucky and ETN. And then if you got another player to play over Rome, Shakir, K9, I'd probably go Harvey at this current moment. Tyler Warren's a lock. Your team's really good, bro. I wouldn't fret too much. It's a solid squad. And I don't think you're going to don't get cute with the lineup or anything. This one here from my boy G Money, dropping a $20 wad. Hey, Smitty, team is 5-7 and 12th. 12 team half PPR. QB Mahomes, Dart, Judkins, Emmanuel Wilson. Jacobs says there's no news on Jacobs, but there's still a chance that he maybe misses time. I mean, we're just waiting on that. There's a lot that can happen, but so I don't know if you'll get another run out of him. But if not, you're probably throwing Harvey in there. But Hampton, Benson, you're going to be in good shape at RB. Puka, Ibuka, Rice, you're not even thinking about sitting Buka for Parker Washington or anything. So this is a very good team. Trade ideas, I would probably just say maybe you're looking at moving Dart to some QB needy team. Maybe you're looking at moving Parker Washington on the high, and you're trying to move, let's say, Hampton and Wilson, or Wilson to the Jacobs owner and do some sort of Harvey Hampton for one running back move, Hampton and potentially Dart and Parker Washington for one slightly, intriguing running back option. I think Dowdle comes to mind as a player that someone might sell in fear. Kyron, somebody might sell in fear. Hampton coming back might have more intrigue than those two running backs. So I think Hampton, Dowdle and Kyren. Now, you're not crazy to want to keep Hampton, though. You're not crazy at all to want to keep Hampton. So I'm totally fine with that if you wanted to. But if you want to take a swing on a Dowdle or a Kyren, I'm fine with that too. It's a kind of a risky proposition no matter which way you look at it. If you were to move Hampton, I don't think you need to move anybody for a receiver. I like Puka, Buka, and Rice. I think it's a fantastic trio. And so Judkins I leave alone unless I'm moving Judkins and Hampton for like one monster like James Cook or higher, and then you throw Harvey into the running back 2 spot. I'm fine with that maneuver too. Those would be the ways that I would look at it. But Kyren and Dowdle are definitely on my mind if I'm trying to move, let's say, Hampton away. But Hampton could be better than both of them. It's hard to really say. You're taking a gamble one way or another. And thank you for that $20 hauler. And then this $20 super chat from Dean.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Dean, appreciate your super chat. Superflex, Stafford and Lamar, Bijan, Cook, Jacobs, Rico, Pickens, JSN, Rice, Buka, Adams, Nico. Come on, bro. Come on. Stop it. Act like this is nothing but a 3-man league or 4-man league. You cannot have Bijan, Cook, Rico, Pickens, JSN, Rice, Buka, Adams, Nico. That's not even, you can't even get this off good drafting. This is absolutely like one of those bar sheets that you check the boxes on any players you want. There's no way you can assemble this through good drafting. You just can't. Not even good trading. 7-3. How you 7-3 with this team? 7-3 with this team? You should have your team taken away from you. Yeah, I'm just kidding, Ben. Dean, I'm pretty sure. Dean, this team is absolutely fantastic. I'm only messing with you because the team's so damn good. But yeah, I'm a little shocked that you're 7-3. But this team is absolute straight fire. In third thoughts, love the squad. There's nothing you could even really do. I mean, maybe you could trade Bijan and Jacobs if you could even trade for like Gibbs, Bijan. You could have done that maybe last week. Bijan, Jacobs, something like that. Bijan, Jacobs, and if you can't use all those wide receivers, you throw one in. Throw Nico into the deal. Fantastic squad. But I am a little bit disappointed you're 7-3, but this team is unreal. Unbelievable, bro. Way to take the grandmas at the nursing home down this year. You literally accepted trades. You lifted up their eyelids while they were taking a nap in the lazy boy watching golf, and you just made them open their phone and accepted trades one floor at a time. There's no other way to explain this. Husseini gifting 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate you. Dean, I don't know what to recommend other than trying to go get a better running back using Jacobs and one of the wide receivers to go get a Gibbs to whatever. Bijan's fantastic. I don't think there's anything you can do. Maybe JT off a bad game. Maybe one of the grandmas has no idea that he's going to bounce back. So I would say Jacobs and like Nico or even potentially Jacobson, Cook for JT. Those are the only moves you can make. Gibbs, JT. You already got JSN. You already got Pickens. The team's freaking straight fire. Bijan for Jettas and Bowers. I could definitely do the Jettas and Bowers side of this if I need a move. Again, though, Coach, like everything else that I'm saying, you can't make these moves if things are going good. If things are good, even with Bijan slumping a little bit, there's no reason to make a trade. And Justin Jefferson's maybe in a more volatile situation than Bijan. But Bowers maybe is in one too, maybe not. It's possible that Bowers has a little, rebound because they're going with their new OC Olsen, and maybe he can get this offense firing on at least one cylinder, let alone all cylinders. Get Bowers going, get Genty going, and see if you can force feed these two gentlemen. I think that's going to be the case. I don't think you make this move, and as a new offensive coordinator, play caller, you step up and screw it up by not feeding the two main stars on this team. I think that's why your OC's gone, because he didn't do it. He's inept. How do you not get Bowers and Genty the ball? And Pete would come out and put it on himself, and it should, because he's the head coach. But he'd be like, yeah, I wanted to get Bowers the ball. Well, why didn't you? Because my offensive coordinator didn't do it. Well, then get rid of him. Finally, he gets rid of him. Well, now we're going to see if that changes anything. If you need a change, this is a great trade. If things are going good, you hold on to Bijan. Or if things were going really good and they haven't been as good because Bijan's been slumping, I take the gamble that Bijan bounces back and you continue to do well. So it just depends on what you're looking at. Best pickup for the playoffs, Kincaid, Fannin, Loveland, Strange. I would say Strange. Well, if we knew Kincaid would stay healthy, I like Fannin a lot. I like Loveland. He'll be inconsistent. He's a rookie in the rotation there with Caleb, just not laser locking on anybody. Strange feels like the most value. Waller, will he stay healthy? I don't know. I need that league winner. I think Strange has got the most upside. I don't know if I'd call him a league winner necessarily, but the most upside for sure. This one here, non-PPR, need a flex. Woody, Neal, or Wandell. I think you're going Woody for safety. I like Neal, but we don't know what he is. So Wandell for high risk, high reward. Woody for steady Eddie. Pick your poison based on what you need. BBQ dropping 20 gifted memberships. BBQ to the...
You've just been Smitty approved.
BBQ, appreciate you dropping that wad, my boy. BBQ to the mother freaking moon. Guys, please get on over to Rumble and subscribe to your boy. We'll be on Rumble. I'm going to do big things on Rumble this offseason. We didn't... There's a good chance that it's going to be a dynasty channel. I'm not exactly positive how I'm going to make Rumble differentiate between the two, but that could be the aspect that is needed. Not to mention, we'll do Dynasty content on the main channel. It doesn't rip Dynasty content from the channel. We'll always be Dynasty and Redraft and Superflex and everything on the YouTube show, and nothing's going to get taken away from this channel. But I want to take over Rumble, and one way might be through the Dynasty avenue. So, sub to my Rumble channel. It's already pinned in the live chat, but there is the link. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can grab this link one more time. This is the Rumble channel. I'm going to refresh. It looks like, man, we've already grown like, I want to say like 20 or 30 subs on this live stream on Rumble, so I appreciate that. There's the link. Boom. Hit it. BBQ, thank you. Would you trade Bucky or Dowdle for CD? Yes, I would. I would trade either one for CD. Probably rather trade Dowdle. I think at this moment in time, I may want to have Bucky over Dowdle slightly, but I'd probably do either one. First place, 10-2, Bucky, MHJ, BTJ have been on my bench. Yeah, I mean, I think Dowdle could be more valuable than Bucky, but there's a little bit of ambiguity there right now with why they're using both running backs. But at the same time, it was 3 carries versus 6 carries. It wasn't like Chuba was, getting 15 totes and we're like, what's going on? They didn't run either one of them, really. So it was more about that. Thank you for that super chat. And I definitely take CD Lamb. Let me pull this back up. Would you do it first place 10 team? Yeah, I probably would. I would probably take CD over Dowdle or Bucky, but preferably over Dowdle right now. I really still think CD's a good buy low. Fantastic buy low. Yeah. But again, Rumble guys, don't fret or think anything weird about the YouTube channel. We're just trying to get people over on both platforms because we will be trying to take over on Rumble. 7-5. Caleb Williams, Dart, Bucky, Harvey, Marks, Ibuka, McConkey, Michael Wilson. Definitely subscribe on the YouTube channel more than anything. So if you're watching right now and you're new, subscribe here. This is where we live. This is the bread and butter, the home, our home base. But we will be taking Rumble over as well. And it will be, right now we're multi-streaming, so it's the same show. But Rumble will eventually have its own show that I'm doing so that it's exclusive and you're not going to be like, well, I've already seen it. No, you'll want to watch it. So you'll want to tune in and you'll want to be subscribed. So hit that subscribe button over on Rumble. We're rumbling over on Rumble. We're up about 30 subs since this live stream started over on Rumble. Link is pinned. Please subscribe. You will not want to miss the Rumble revolution as we climb up the Rumble ranks and turn that bad boy into a monster. 7-5. Yeah, it's a good team. Bucky, Harvey, Marks, Ibuka, McConkey, Wilson, Bowers, Fannin, Tracy. What are my moves if you can still trade? It would be probably, I don't know that there's a lot of moves to make because you'd be selling low on everybody but Michael Wilson Jr. And, I would rather bank on Dart and throw Caleb to somebody that needs a QB, Caleb and Michael Wilson for one player. You know, you try and get that doubted player right now, like Dowdle. You try and get that doubted player. Let's see what wide receivers we can cook up for buys in this scenario. So Dowdle would be a good wide receiver or running back to go get. A good receiver to go get on the cheap right now would probably be, I mean, you got Buka, so that throws that out. I don't know that the wide receivers are not really plentiful. You know, like St. Brown's cheaper than he should be, but you're not going to necessarily get him. Maybe JJ. And there's a reason why people trade JJ, because he might not, you know, have a top 20 wide receiver season going forward. He's in a lot of people's like top 30 wide receiver rankings right now. Like, how do you value him? It's tough, but I would definitely take him. So if I could trade like Caleb to a QB needy team and then also trade Michael Wilson on the high and you get JJ, you take a gamble. It's weird to say you're taking a gamble on JJ, but that's really the move. I don't know that I'm making any other. You're not trading Marks high right now, so why trade him? You're not trading Harvey high. Bucky, who's going to give you full price for Bucky right now? Who's going to give you full price for Bowers? Nobody. Lab McConkey, nobody. Buka, nobody. So this is more of a stand-down team unless you can use that quarterback angle, which you should be able to. There are definitely teams that are struggling at quarterback. There have to be. So I definitely attack that. Thank you for the super chat. Drizzo, appreciate you. Jamar Chase owner shopping for a wide receiver and a running back. I have May, Genty, Dowdle, Buka, Tet, Tyler Warren, Harvey, Ladd, BT, Woody, Hampton, Benson, Sharps, and Gadsden. Who should I offer or any other moves to make? Love the team for the most part. There's a lot here to love. There's some to trade. Benson and Hampton have good trade value. Sharps a little bit, but Benson or Hampton, honestly, I like Ted a lot, but I still very much love the ability to trade him. So if you could trade Ted and Benson or Ted and Hampton and go get a CeeDee Lamb right now, who's doubted as can be. And in that other question earlier, try and get Lamb in that team too. I'm certainly trying to get Lamb. Lamb's probably my number one target for you, bro. I would like to get JJ too if I can't get Lamb, but Lamb is so doubted right now. People think he's the number 2 wide receiver, and honestly, he is right now until he takes that roll back or at least gets it back to 50-50, but he's a good bet right now. So BTJ, throw him in. Hampton, BTJ, Benson and Hampton, Benson and BTJ, Tet and Benson, Tet and Hampton for lamb chops. I definitely am intrigued by that. I think it's the best move in fantasy right now in terms of the potential. Even if it's risky, it's got tons of upside. Start Caleb versus Philly or Burrow versus Baltimore. I'm doing Burrow, bro. I'm not starting Caleb over. Remember, Caleb had 0 touchdowns the previous week. I just want to make that abundantly clear. And you know, it's not going to be as good of a matchup. It's a bad matchup for him. Trading Lamar for a running back. Who to target? 1 round buy. Lamar for a running back. Running backs are Henderson, Harvey, Tracy, Monangai. Traded London for Chase. Love that. So Lamb, Buka. You got Chase. That's fantastic. So Lamar for a running back. Dowdle, who's doubted. Kyron, who's doubted. Judkins, still doubted. Cook, you probably won't get him, but you try. Henry, intriguing, but probably the last running back you'd want to go after. And then even move Chase Brown up. Javonte Williams, even. Those are all good running backs. I'd say Javonte Williams and Henry you put at the bottom of that list. But everybody else, Breece Hall, I'd even move above those two. Those are all running backs capable of being had in that situation. BBQ with a $10 hauler. BBQ, my boy, took your advice on my auction keeper league. 9-3. JD5, Nix, Rice, Buka, JSN, Puka, Pierce, Hendy, Harvey, Marks, Tootin, and Hampton coming back. Rookie running backs going to close the deal. Thanks, Smitty. BBQ, you made it seem doom and gloom in the Patreon when I saw one of your messages. This team is fantastic. Like, it was almost like you were when we were going over, we were having all the injuries and everything this week have been brutal. You know, in the Patreon, everybody was venting about this and that. I know everybody's got one team that's getting blown up. You know, it's crazy. This is a freaking baller team. Like, you're absolutely crushing it. Rice, Buka's going to come back. JSN and Puka. Like, this is one of the most scary teams you could face when you're looking at, especially if Rice bounces back and Buka. If Buka doesn't even bounce back, Rice, JSN, and Rice bounced back last week, but I just mean like he starts scoring touchdowns and brings it all together. Rice, JSN, and Puka, how can you beat a team with that? If you even bring any of this other stuff together, you manage 7 leagues, okay. I can see how one league can piss you off, though. Like, I agree. There's some certain leagues where it's like they're important to you. Bro, this team is insane. Imagine facing JSN, Puka, and Rice, and you still have Buka. And what if Hendy goes nuts? What if Bo Nix continues to drop top 6 numbers? What if JD5 returns to form? You're 9-3 and nothing's even firing and Hampton's coming back. You have like 50% of your team firing off. The rest of it's not, and you're still 9-3. That's insane. Damn, bro. Yeah. Everyone's saying you better win that one, bro. You better take home the trophy in that one. That's crazy. How are we doing on the, let's see here. Sub to my Rumble channel. Guys, please sub to the Rumble channel. Boom, there's the link again. It's pinned in the live chat. I'm refreshing over on Rumble, and you guys are definitely bringing the thunder. We're live over there right now, and we've got 522 followers already on Rumble. So thank you for following over there, and we'll continue to grow that channel. I can't wait to be over there. What we're gonna do a lot of the time is we're gonna run over there and say, hey, we'll be live on YouTube, and say, hey, let's go over to Rumble right now, and I'll literally let's see here. Thanks. I'm typing in the Rumble chat. Thanks, everyone. Rumble to the moon. We're going to take Rumble to the moon. We're going to take Rumble with us to the moon. That's what we're going to do. But what we're going to do is we're going to end up going over to Rumble at not tonight, but what we'll do during the off season. We'll go over to Rumble and have a show after a show, I live about 5 minutes from Rumble headquarters. That's awesome, bro. What is Rumble? It's wild. People don't know what Rumble is. It's like, I get that message every time I mention it. There's like one person. It's like, what's Rumble? It's like YouTube, but it's definitely not as big, but it's getting bigger. It's growing massively. Yeah, we're definitely going to take over Rumble from a fantasy perspective. Graveyard on Rumble after hours. Yeah, there's all kinds of ideas I have. That is actually one of them too. The 2 ideas I have are Graveyard Show is on Rumble, which would affect the YouTube channel though, so I don't know that I'm doing that. The Dynasty content wouldn't affect the YouTube channel. We're still going to create Dynasty content. We're always going to talk Dynasty. We're going to do breaking news as it relates to the players, Dynasty values, all that stuff. But Rumble, probably the lead dog candidate idea would be that it becomes the Dynasty platform for the channel. We'll have to see. Mainly because you got to think about it from my perspective too. This channel is not built to be a Dynasty channel, although many of you love Dynasty. And so I know some of you are watching go, no, I'd watch. But the majority of people watching didn't watch it necessarily for the Dynasty angle. So doing a Dynasty live stream could potentially have less views than normal anyway. So it's like taking something like that over to a new platform, growing it for that specific niche and genre would be a pretty smart play. And make it very easy to find content. Like, hey, I want Smitty's Dynasty content. Go into Rumble. Smitty will talk about Dynasty, redraft, and everything here on the main channel for sure. But you'll be able to go straight to Rumble for one specific, isolated, type of fantasy football content. That's kind of where I think it might head. But we'll see. I'm still very open-minded. I thought about the Graveyard Show. I just don't want to take away from a stream here on the channel, but I think it's going to be Dynasty. Let's see here. Do I have TikTok? Yeah, but I don't really use TikTok much. I'll sub but watch here. Well, we're not going to live stream right now, yeah. But what I stream over on Rumble most likely will not be on both platforms. Eventually, it'll be a Rumble exclusive show. They probably won't be near as long. They'll probably be quick shots. We'll probably end a show here and go right over to the Rumble show. So that's probably how it will work. How do you join a startup dynasty? Go to my Patreon, and people are usually creating dynasty leagues and such all the time in the off season. So there's the Patreon link. It is 6 o'clock. I know I said we go into this hour a little bit, so let's take some phone calls. I want to make sure people showing up for the 8 p.m. show don't show up and it's not here. So we went live about 50 minutes early, but I want to make sure we dip into this 8 p.m. hour pretty decently. Take a big dent out of the hour so that everyone knows that we were here at least. I don't know if we'll go past. We might even go past the hour. But for right now, would you consider doing a live forum roundtable that covers pre-draft, draft, other niche topics of your trusted mods and contributors? Yeah, I mean, we basically do that with open phone lines, you know. Rumble's definitely potentially more of a place where we try something new for sure, you know. Like maybe we would have something a little bit more focused on that, but probably not going to be the central focus of it. But we'd probably do a little bit more. I thought about rapid phone line session show, you know, where it's literally you got 30 seconds and you're off, no matter what, and just have it nothing but rapid phone line session show. And it would just be, you know, we could even call it something like that, rapid fire phone line, whatever, would be the kind of premise of it. But I also think Dynasty would be the best. So it probably will be Dynasty. Not that it matters, Smitty, but Rumble is less speech restrictive. Yeah, of course they are. Yeah. Which isn't like the driving force about going over there. Like nothing's happening to the YouTube channel. Absolutely love the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is everything. You know, it's the bread and butter. It's the home base. It's never going to change. But we are going to do something on Rumble that is exclusive. And the lead dog candidate, concept will be the Dynasty show. But we'll see. BBQ, appreciate you with the super chat. Other ideas are brewing. I've got about 10. I'm not going to go over all of them, but it's not like one or two of the later ideas. Of the bottom 10 or the bottom of the 10 ideas isn't going to trump the other ones. It might. A dedicated news show was certainly in the works, but I don't want to take away from the news show of the Fantasy Football Show. Plus, then when I'm regurgitating what we just did on the YouTube live stream, so I want it to be something exclusive that makes you want to watch the Rumble show every time. Because otherwise, why do it? If I can't get everybody here to want to watch there too, then why do it? You know, I don't want to just get new Rumble fans. I want to get everyone that watches me to watch both channels. Otherwise, it's not an effective game plan. 9-3 with a valid Bijan card. Nice. Full PPR. Pick one wide receiver and one flex. Bucky and probably... I mean, Bucky's a lock. Probably Parker Washington right now. We'll monitor Worthy's injury and everything, but my gut says Burden will have it. Then trust your gut because I'm kind of forcing it. Parker did good, though. Parker Washington's getting used. And, you know, he had a nice day. It was like an 18-point fantasy day. But Bucky and Parker or Bucky and Burden, I'm fine with either one, my boy. Fine with either one. Check DMs. Okay, rock out. Thank you, pal. Rumble is a great platform, says Wild Bill. You guys will like it. And the app is getting a lot better. If anybody has their phone with them, pull up Rumble, type in the Fantasy Football Show. You'll see that I'm live, and check out the app. It's nice. They've been working on the app. It's gotten a lot better. From a content creator perspective, there's still some technical limitations comparatively to like YouTube and such. It makes a little extra legwork when you're doing live streams and such, but that's kind of the reason it's been holding back. But we're definitely gonna attack Rumble. Phone lines, just a couple phone calls.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate you. Caleb is him. Not quite, pal, but he's your boy. Trust your gut. Have fun. Caleb is in a good situation. Ben Johnson is scheming up some great stuff. And the defense is fantastic. So there's a lot of support there. This is the best situation he could probably be in. And it's good for him. 214, you're live.
Hey, Smitty, I'm the guy that has Caleb Williams and darts, and you recommended a trade.
Oh, what's up, man?
Caleb.
Yeah.
What's up? I'm thinking of trading Caleb and Tracy and Hunt for Jalen Warren. You think that's a small upgrade?
Yeah, a little bit, but like the Gainwell's getting more work. I mean, I'd use Caleb and you said Tracy. I'd use Caleb and Tracy to try and get that doubted Dowdle, to get a player that's really got a little more potential. Hall is probably hard to get right now. Dowdle probably easier to get. Javante's interesting and attainable. Depends on who you're talking to. ETN, people are worried about that situation a little bit, but he did have a good game. He might be harder to get now, but you could have before the game started. Harvey is intriguing. Got some risk, but definitely a good potential player. Hendy, I think Hendy's getting tossed around like a rag doll again. Those are all good moves. I'd move for those players before I start going for Jalen Warren.
All right, thanks, mate.
All right, later. Not the end of the world though. If you did that trade though, I don't hate Warren. I just don't think he's. Thank you, Wild Bill. Please subscribe to the Rumble channel. It's right here. Follow Smitty on Rumble. Here's the link. It's pinned in the live chat again, but I'm gonna drop the link right here. Where's my Rumble channel? There it is. I'm excited about Rumble. I really am. And we have right now 526 followers. We were at 490 something before when this live stream started, and we haven't done anything for a while. We're finally live on there. We haven't done anything since, I don't know. It's been Kirk Cousins was on the graphic, and that was when Kirk Cousins was starting. So we haven't done anything. So it looks relevant. It's got Kyle Pitts, Kirk Cousins, and Barkley on the graphic. It's like, oh, Smitty's talking. It was old videos. IU could want to trade. Like there's a lot of older stuff on there. So we're gonna start cranking it out. Get ready for the Rumble exclusives, everybody. And I'm still cooking up the ideas of how I'm gonna do it. I kind of want to make the show even different too. I don't know if I'll be in the standing camera, angle and doing something so that it feels different. Might be all phone calls. Might just be nonstop phone calls on Rumble. That's the other thing that I might do. Fantasy football phone call show. So it's going to be, we're going to have phone calls no matter what, but it might be the two best ideas I have there. It's a nonstop phone call show, but aggressive. I'm standing up, you call in, I hang up on it. It's quick. It's 30 seconds. You don't have long to talk. There's no full team breakdowns, no marker board sessions. It's just straight up speedy phone call session, or it's going to be dynasty geared. It's going to be probably most likely one of those two things. Rumble must pay more than YouTube. Absolutely not. Um, 10-team PPR, Mahomes, AJB, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Buka, Kittle, Chase Brown, ETN, bench, Harvey, Dart, Ted, Tootin. Should I do a 2-for-1 trade running back upgrade or just stay the course? Probably look to, I'd move AJB on the high just because I don't know if he's going to be consistent. But what would I get? I mean, AJB and... I mean, Tet's on your bench, bro. Put Tet in the lineup or trade Tet and ETN for one bigger, stronger, better running back. So, yes, the answer is ETN and Tet or AJB and ETN for one monster. Cook and above. Don't settle for any running back. Less, though, if you're giving up, two of those players. Those are two very, very solid players. Bucky, Kyron, Achan. You don't want to go any lower than Achan or Bucky potentially, and that's still a little risky in some ways. Yeah, this is that same trade, and you got Hampton coming back too. Like Hampton and AJB even could be a potential move. Thank you for the super chat. King Flores, appreciate you. I got Hampton, Gibbs, Bucky, Harvey, Woody, Marks, Benson, start 2-1 flex. Someone offered me Ladd for Bucky. I want Bucky over Ladd by a country mile. And I love Ladd. I have London and Dunze T-Mac. Should I do it or no? Bucky by a country mile. Would I maybe move Hampton and Benson for one running back, like you try to get Cook, or one wide receiver, you try and get Lamb or JJ or something? Sure. Like that's kind of a good move, I think, in that situation. But other than that, I mean, I'm certainly not doing like Ladd. You need to get Ladd, and you need to get like 3 Ladd McConkeys for Bucky. Team was decimated by injuries, went from 1-3 to 7-5 with your advice. Damn, bro. Been blowing teams out now for weeks. Championship next, thanks to Smitty. Jimmy, what's your team look like, Jimmy? I mean, that's fantastic. Decimated with injuries, 1-3, starts blowing every team out of the water. Fantastic, bro. It's like a hero story right there. Jimmy to the moon. This super chat. Standard redraft: May, Nix, Rico, Chase Brown, Hampton, Harvey, Puka, Lamb, Rice, London, Wow, Tet, Michael Wilson. Any moves? Hold playoffs 15 to 18. Why you play week 18 playoffs, bro? That's like I don't want to hear excuses from, oh, well, the commissioner. You tell the commissioner we're leaving the league if you keep playing week 18. That is throwing your money down the toilet. No one can control what's going to happen, and you're literally flushing your money down the toilet. All the hard work you plays out for, and then it's a total luck game at the end. You cannot play week 18. You have to stand the ground on the commissioner. There's no excuse for it. I'm not even going to create that much content about week 18. We're going to talk 2026. Like that's ridiculous. I don't understand. All right, West, I'm sorry. I'm not mad at you. Standard redraft May. It's a good team, man. Rico, Chase Brown, Hampton. Puka, Lamb, Rice, London, Ted is crazy. I'm moving London because you don't know what's going on with them. You move London and Hampton for one player. London, Hampton for Cook. London, Hampton for Achan. London, Hampton for Bucky. London, Hampton for Lamb. You got Lamb. London for JJ straight up, just because you don't know what's going to happen. Or London for Kyron or Bucky or Judkins or something. If I mention somebody you have, I'm just going through as many names as I can, and it does help other people too that are in the same spot. I don't mind week 18 adds to the skill. It doesn't though, bro. It doesn't add to skill because you're going to get lucky with how it unfolds, and it's just not. What it does is it levels the playing field so that anybody can win. Anybody can get a second place trophy turned into a first place trophy. It definitely lessens the skill. It makes it an improbable finish capable of winning. A probable team you can win it all. Like if you like that element to it, where it's like nobody's really out. Like sure, or the worst team can win 2 playoff games and go up against the best team in the finals and beat them and not deserve to win, then that's fine. But I don't think it adds any skill. I think it adds so much variables of unable to control type variables. And if that's what you like, that's fine. But playing week 18 is an absolute travesty. And just wait till you lose a really bad, get a really bad L because of a benching or player barely plays, and then you're going to hate it. You know. Bucky or Dowdle this week? I think we just got to hear the Bucky updates, my boy. Because, you know, you want to lean Bucky, but would you do Henderson and Hunter Henry for Jettas? I think I'd be okay with that if I need a wide receiver. Position of need dependent. I would go Henderson if I need a running back and I'm on the other side, and I would go Jettas if I need a wide receiver and I've got plenty of running back talent. So that makes it an even Steven trade and position of need dependent move. How many we got on Rumble? How many subs we got on Rumble? I'm telling you, we're going to crush Rumble. We're crushing Rumble. We're going to take it by storm. We're at 530. 530. Can't thank you enough. Guys, please subscribe to the Rumble channel. We're not doing the exclusive shows yet. We're just doing a multi-stream over there right now just to get a little traction, you know, but we'll be doing the exclusive show. Think of it like this. The YouTube channel is not going to take away Dynasty content or rookie breakdowns or rookie videos, but any additional Dynasty content, quick shots, 10-minute, rookie running back breakdown, boom. Like let me talk about running back. Let's talk about Love right now. Rookie running back, Love, 12-minute player spotlight, boom. That's what it would. If we do go the Dynasty route, that's what you're going to get. On the YouTube channel, you're getting hour live streams. You're getting 2-hour live streams. But on Rumble, you're going to get those quicker shots. What's Rumble? Subscribe and find out, my boy. It's YouTube. It's like YouTube. Join or follow me on Rumble. We're going to take Rumble by storm. Links pinned in the live chat. I'm going to have to pick 3 and 6 in my rookie draft. Yeah, it will not. We will still have Dynasty content here if we go that route. I'm thinking it might be a phone call show. Kind of leaning like 50-50. I don't know. It might just be a phone call show. It might just be a live phone call show. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do yet. Dewey got a shot at winning it all. Purdy, Gibbs, Achane, Adams, DK, Fannin, Harvey, Jags, D, Myers, Bench, Burden, Tootin, Rice. Who's Pete? Is that Rashee Rice right there? Jones, Winston, Strange. Why is Rice right here? Smitty, I missed about 20 minutes. Can I get a recap? No, JP. Hey guys, do you mind if I just sum up the entire show? Everybody else just take 5. I'm gonna take 10. I'm gonna give JP a recap of the show because JP's too lazy to rewind. JP, just rewind the show, bro. Can I get clarification on this Rice? Why is Rice down there? Anyway, this team, while I get clarification on that, Gibbs, Achane, Adams, insane. Now, there's some tough stuff here after that, but lots of upside. And the fact that you have Gibbs, Achane, I don't think Purdy's a good QB to have going into the playoffs. Like, I hope that you can pick up somebody to rotate through. There's a chance that he gets hurt and Mac Jones is in there at some point. I really think there's a chance for that. Purdy could do fairly well at times. I'm not saying he's going to be trash. Winston's your only other QB. That part concerns me. I don't know if you can make any trading. But Achane and Gibbs and Adams are fantastic. I just don't know what in the hell's going on with this Rice being listed. Aaron Jones. Antonio, are you able to update me on this or not? Because I'm not sure if you've given me an update. I don't think you have. If you've got Rice, I don't know why Rice would be listed here, but if you've got Rice, that's, yeah, 100% this is a championship team. If you don't, and your wide receivers kind of end and begin with Adams, and then it's like a DK, you know, you have a little bit of a potential hole that you need some good production from. But, man, I mean, sure, Gibbs, Achane, and Adams can carry you, but you do need a better quarterback. Thank you for the super chat. I'm trying to wait for your answer, but I don't see it. Just send an update. Sorry for the confusion. Where is that update? I don't know if I see it. Oh, in a super chat. Okay. Thank you. It's Price. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, go look for a better quarterback on waivers. See if Brissett's out there. Just make sure if you want to start Purdy, fine. I'm not gonna, twist your arm into not starting Purdy, but I definitely would want someone better. Winston's not bad, but Winston, if he's out there, but he's not necessarily going to play again. So you got to go get another quarterback. You have to try and get Brissett. You got to try and get somebody like that. Hopefully someone got dropped. The waiver board is right here in case you need it. Make sure you're scooping up a QB. You need somebody else. You can't weather through this with just Purdy. Or at least grab Mac Jones and have the duo waiting for it. That's probably your best plan if you can't pick up somebody solid. You drop Winston, assuming he never plays again. Winston, and you pick up Mac Jones. One flex PPR: Harvey, Benson, Jamo, Pearsall. I would probably honestly go Harvey unless we get bad news on a workload situation. Lamb owner wants Dowdle and Tet. Is that too much? Chat, Dowdle and Tet or Lamb? Yeah, it seems like a lot. I mean, if Dowdle got regulated back to a 50-50 role, I think I'd do this. But I don't think he will be. I think Dowdle, who had 6 yards a rip, led the team in receiving yards and receptions. It was just a bad game script for everybody. No one played well. So I kind of feel like Dowdle's underrated right now. Ted is obviously pretty solid, but he has limitations in that, will he get enough volume? Will Bryce Young be good from week to week? I do like Lamb. Cat's leaning Lamb. There's one vote for Dowdle, Ted. There's a couple for Lamb. I do think Lamb's going to explode. Yeah, I'm going to agree with the chat. Let's go Lamb. Let's roll the dice on Lamb, bro. Lamb chops, final answer. Can we see waiver board again? Yeah, just screenshot it, bro, boy. There. Screenshot that. 5, 4, 3, 2. Thank you, Young. Appreciate you. All right, let's see here. Rockout said he left a DM. Probably some glorious rap song. Rockout's been cooking up. Let's see here. Rockout. He's in the building. Hold on, Rockout. I don't know if my mic is hooked up to play it. Let's see.
That's DB. It's going touchdown. Celebrate now. Throw it up, throw it down. Uncle Daddy. And that's That's how we go. We running so fast. We keep on blasting. In zone, scoring mad points. Now that's run.
Oops.
That's how we do it. Give me my gear B.
There's the beginning.
Gear B. That's gear B. It's going touchdown.
That's his Gibby song. Thank you, Rock Out. Rock out. What's Rico mean by this? He tweets out this emoji. What's that emoji mean when you just dropped that emoji alone? He just tweeted that out alone. Oh, damn it. I'm sorry I messed up on the audio. All right. Guys, Rico Dowdle tweeted this emoji. Rico Dowdle tweeted this emoji out right here. What's it mean when you drop just this emoji? Anybody think love is another? We're not talking about love right now, bro. We're talking about Rico Dowdle. I don't know. Concussion, no. Yeah, I guess this might be workload related. But that's good. Good for him. He should be making some noise. Squeaky wheel. All right, that's Dowdle. Rico looked fantastic last. Anybody says Rico didn't do well, they don't even know what they're talking about. They don't even know ball. Rico was ripping off 6 yards a clip, and he was the leading reception and yardage getter on the team. Lamar again practiced in full. Joe Burrow returns to the field on Thanksgiving. Trayvon was suspended for the one game for punching Juwan Jennings right in the groin. I have it on my Instagram if you want to see it. It's brutal. Devontae Smith listed as did not participate in practice. Let's see here. What else we got? I don't think there's any other news that I haven't already covered. Saquon Barkley limited Tuesday's walkthrough. Hard to know what this all means on a Tuesday walkthrough, so don't get... Devontae Smith did not participate in practice. Jaden Reed, you'll find out on Thursday when asked if Jaden Reed would play on Thanksgiving. That is what his head coach, Matt LaFleur, said. Jacobs was limited in Tuesday's practice, but that's not determining much. We just got to wait until tomorrow. Xavier Worthy, ankle, participated during Tuesday's practice. Noah Gray, concussion, did not practice. Brandon Cooks signed by the Bills. Interesting. Take it for what it is. Saints signed Evan Hall to their active roster. That's Ron Navy's favorite player of all time. We haven't seen Ron lately. Ron, where you at? Rashad Bateman, ankle, practice in full. Marion Hampton again designated as return. We're pretty much caught up on all the news. All right, let's hit these 3 super chats, and then we will probably be out of here and be back for the Graveyard Show at midnight Eastern. Yeah, it was just the mic that I had clicked. Thank you. Pick 1 waiver wide receiver, most likely 40 burger, week 17. Pick 1 waiver wide receiver. Coach, I don't know. You asked me these hypotheticals of everybody's waiver board is going to be different. Let's just go to this board and see. I guess I would say 40 burger. It's Michael Wilson Jr. Or DK. Yoshivas could be interesting. Burden. I'll give you Burden. Burden, DK, Yoshivas, and then Michael Wilson, who's most likely not available. I like Michael Wilson, but I don't know. That's what I'd have to say, Coach. I don't know, bro. That's a tough. You're not going to get a 40 burger from the waiver wire, but the emoji is shock and surprise. Okay, thank you, BBQ. It looks like it. It's a pretty good depiction. I think I drew it pretty well. I don't know if I've got the swirls going the right way, but that was Rico Dowdle's tweet. Probably to his workload. Probably to it like the fact that they didn't give him the ball, and he's telling his coach, like, trust me, I'm getting 6 yards a clip. I'm leading the team in yards and receptions. Give me the damn ball. Rico's definitely a buy low of the week. Hey, Smitty, I need some advice. I'm 7-5 in a 10-person league. I have Allen as my starter, but recently picked up Burrow off waivers. Who should I start and who should I trade? And who do I trade for? Adam, this is not an easy call, and you got to kind of be flexible here because you just go with what gets you the most value, and then you take your chance on the quarterback that you're keeping. So if you get too attached to one of them, you might not get a trade done. I mean, you could just say I'm keeping Allen and trading Burrow only, but for Burrow, I would probably say, I'm going after those players that are doubted right now very, very much. Dowdle, Kyron. You may have to give up a little more to get Kyron. Javonte. I think if you give up Josh Allen, you're going Dowdle and higher. You're going for Lamb. You're going for JJ. You're going for Buka for Josh Allen. Burrow, probably a lesser return. Injured Jacobs, probably not getting that, but you can maybe give up a little bit more to get that done. These are running backs that you can maybe acquire. You could get maybe Bowers at tight end. You could maybe get at wide receiver. You could maybe get potentially Ladd, who is risky at that level, but you're not using Burrow, so it's not the craziest thing in the world. Pickens is now off the table. There's hell no are you getting him. JJ maybe for Burrow, but you're definitely going to be able to get JJ for Josh Allen, but I'd rather give up Burrow for JJ if I'm doing a JJ trade. Those would be all moves I would make, my boy. Appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. I have Allen as my starter. Who should I start and who should I trade? I mean, I'd rather start Josh Allen. Like, Josh Allen's the number one quarterback. I'd rather trade Burrow. But you got to be open-minded if somebody's like, I'll give you, I want Josh Allen, though. And you're like, well, I'm not trading him. Then you don't get a trade done. Like, you got to entertain it. We going Dak or over Brissett? Probably not this week. I don't think. I think maybe let me pull up the schedule. Because off the top of my head, I forget who's away and home. Here's the schedule. And put it up on screen here. Week number 13. I can't believe we're in week 13 already. This is crazy, man. How in the hell is it week 13? All right, here we go. Schedule is as follows. Rock out. Week 13. All right, here we go. What was Rockout's question? Dak or Brissett? So, what's up, Denny? Denny, hold on one second. Let me just answer this question. Arizona Cardinals at Tampa Bay, so it's on the road, and then Dak is, I believe Dak is at home on T. Day versus KC. It's going to be a tough KC matchup, but I think Dak could still step up. Chat, vote. Do you like Brissett on the road at Tampa, or are we trusting Dak at home on Turkey Day versus KC in a big spotlight game? Tough matchup, sure, but probably still throwing the ball around, you know? What do you got, Denny? Denny, which one?
I'd like to be. Can you just introduce me?
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Okay, everybody. Denny, ladies and gentlemen, Denny is here to stay. Denny, go ahead.
All right. I think Dak's gonna. We gotta be all right, you know. Everything you think is gonna happen, just do the opposite. Bet on the opposite.
That's true. That's true. It's good stand.
Jamar Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs, not Jamar. Jahmyr, learn about it. Jahmyr Gibbs.
Gibbs. Okay. Why you give me a hard time, dude?
You're the one that came in and said, "Give me an intro," and then I gave you an intro. But I'm just saying, you call him Jamar. I mean, this is the number one player in fantasy, and you're calling him by the wrong name. I'm just defending him.
So that means I don't know what's going on.
Well, maybe. Okay, Denny, real quick, Denny, hold on. Let me just answer these two real quickly. Trade Javonte Williams and Tyler Warren for James Cook and Ferguson. Yeah, you probably take Cook and Fergie. Fergie's still doing really well. I love Tyler Warren, but I think you take that downgraded tight end to get that upgrade at running back. But Javonte's nice too. I still like him. And then this one here from Shell. Team is QB, May, Achane, Hampton, Monty, Manungai, Chase, AJB. Any recommendations and moves before the deadline? I'm definitely moving AJB on the high. Neal's got some intriguing trade value right now. Hampton's got some intriguing trade value. Monty, not really. Manungai, not really. So Hampton and AJB for Lamb on the cheap. You try for Bijan. You probably could trade AJB and Hampton for like Buka and something. You could probably go to the Dowdle owner and trade Hampton for Dowdle and trade AJB for a receiver that we like. That you're downgrading Hampton into Dowdle because everyone's doubting him, and then you're getting that AJB upgrade. So whether it's Rice or Buka, and maybe you don't think Buka's an upgrade over AJB, and that's fine if that's the way you think. Or St. Brown you could get, or Nico. JJ maybe JJ is not an upgrade over AJB, but I think AJB is going to be inconsistent moving forward. I'm trading AJB and Neal, or AJB and Hampton for one player or two players. What?
Hello, sir.
What'd you say?
Listen to me. All you're doing is going against everything. You're just going with the grain. Whatever happened last week, you're going with. Here's the deal. A long time ago, this guy, Deion Sanders, came over. And he changed everything with his attitude. He's a two-league player. And now his son has this attitude, which I find very hilarious. And he got a dub.
All right. Danny, I don't know what you're saying.
I'm saying I like this kid, Sanders kid. I like it. I like the kid. Yeah, what are you saying?
Deion.
You're just regurgitating everything that happened last week.
Are you saying I'm a repeating Roger? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying I love you as a friend.
I don't think you know what you're saying, because you're literally saying I'm repeating everything, and then you're saying you like Sanders. I mean, did you not hear my Sanders rant? I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't hear it. Can you give me the gist?
I ripped apart the Browns. I ripped apart the NFL. I ripped apart everybody that's trying to hold this kid back. So I don't know what you're talking about, repeating Roger. No, nobody here repeats nothing. You see no repeating Roger. Reunion?
Yeah, well, hey, you go against Sanders, right? He came in, he caught a dub, right? And
I'm going against Sanders. I just told you I'm not.
Oh, I thought you said you were going against Sanders.
All right, Denny. Anything else? Denny, hit us with a song. That's what I know.
Why you
I
always
know you feel
so
used
mad?
and abused on this channel because all we want you to do is sing, but you just have such an amazing voice of a generation.
You
Okay.
so confused. I sing it. I'm not the voice.
Can I get a Shador Sanders is gonna rise up type of song, and then I gotta let you go because I gotta answer these super chats.
Okay.
Denny.
Okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Shador Sanders, do. He's not Flanders, do. He's gonna make. It doesn't matter if he doesn't have manners. His dad was Dion. He was in 2 leagues. Dude's a beast, Joe. His dad was a beast. 2 leagues? Come on. I love his non-apologetic.
How about Eye of the Tiger? Let me help you. Eye of the Tiger, Shador Sanders, go.
Rising up, his dad was a beast. Deion Sanders was his father. I had something. Dude, I came in with an intro. Was that not bad? Deion Sanders played 2 leagues. Now I'm just done. And I don't care about you. It's the eye of the tiger. It's the son of Dion. He's the first one to live to win as a Brown starting QB. He's the eye of the tiger. He's the king of the Browns. And the last one has a shot.
Take the Browns to the bowl.
He's the high.
All right, Denny, I gotta go. Yeah, I think you're gonna sleep like a baby tonight. That was a lot for you. I could tell that took a lot of energy. That's like when like a witch or a sorcerer or something uses their powers and then they pass out. Like Denny's done for the night. Denny,
love you, Smitty. Love you, buddy.
All right, later, bro. Go take a nap. Rest up.
All right, I'll take a nap. Love you, buddy.
That took everything out of him. Everything. Yo, don't do anything on Rumble at all. What WTF, Smitty? Do you know what kind of site that is? Yeah, it's a video platform, BC. It's a YouTube-like video platform that you live stream on. I mean, I already have a show on there. So appreciate your concern. I don't know if you're getting political there on that or something. I don't even know what you're talking about. But anyway, onward. Done. Trades done. Bucky and Benson on IR slots. What to drop if both are back? Okay. So, you're dropping potentially, geez, man. Jennings, you drop Jennings. And your worst player is gonna be Tucker if Bucky's back. I hate to drop him, but who else are you gonna cut? You can't cut Wandell right now. Can't really cut Michael Wilson. I think, could you cut Sutton? Maybe. Like, would anybody cut Sutton over Tucker if you've got Bucky? I could see doing it. But cutting Sutton feels bad. But is it really that big of a deal? I don't know. Hard to know what's going to happen to him. Don't go to Rumble. Don't go to. I'm not going to Rumble. We're live streaming on Rumble as a separate show. Do you know what kind of site that is? Yeah, it's the second probably biggest video streaming platform. I do know. I've looked into it. We've been on it. We've streamed on it. We got to get back to it. Hampton back. Hampton's not back yet. Potentially, but not a guarantee. But yes, chat vote. Do we drop Sutton? We're definitely dropping Jennings. Do we drop Sutton or do we drop Tucker? If this owner right here needs to move Bucky to the active roster, would you rather hold Tucker with Bucky getting activated on this roster and cut Sutton, or drop Tucker and keep Sutton? Please vote. I need at least 10 votes on this one to help out Ender, who needs our help. So please vote. Cut Sutton. Cut Tucker. Tucker, drop. Drop Tucker. Tucker, drop Tucker. Drop Tucker. Drop Tucker. Bucky's running back 1. Drop Tucker. Drop Tucker. Drop Tucker. There you have it. I mean, that's a lot of votes. I would trust the chat more than I'd trust even my forcing an answer, which is what I'm doing. I guess Sutton could rebound, so I'm fine with Sutton. Guys, I'll be back for the midnight show. Appreciate all your super chats. Appreciate every single one of you. Steven dropping a blank $2 hauler. Steven, appreciate you dropping that, my man. Make sure you attach a question if you're ever dropping a super chat. Otherwise, I might not see your additional message somewhere, but appreciate that $2 hauler. Guys, follow me on Rumble. We are not changing anything on YouTube or taking anything away, but we'll be adding a new dedicated show on Rumble. A lot of times we'll go from the main channel and say, everybody get on over to Rumble for a 10 or 15 minute show. And I just got to figure out what I'm going to do on the platform. Probably going to be a phone call show or a dynasty show. I'm not sure. I mean, it could be both, but I mean, it might be like a phone call format, not just, we'll take calls. It will be a phone call format show, or it will be a dynasty show that takes phone calls, but I haven't decided yet. I do believe the dynasty content on the main channel needs to stay, and that's not going to change, but it would be nice to also have it. I'm not sure yet. It might just be the phone call show, the fantasy football show, the phone call show, like whatever. The more I talk that out, the more I like that. So, Smitty, I dropped a massive super chat. Can I get a shout out, Coach? Coach, thank you for the massive super chat.
To the moon.
There you go, Coach. Coach likes to get his props at the end of the show for some reason, but that's fine. Steven, thank you for the super chat. Thank you all for the super chats. Appreciate every single one of you. Coach, did you drop a massive super chat or did you not? I'm not judging. You dropped a 2, a 2, and a 2. So $6. Not judging. I mean, that's still very, very, very appreciative of that. I'm just checking to see if I missed something, like I didn't hit a celebration on a $50 hauler. Husseini likes Rumble. I like that. I like that Husseini's going to be on Rumble. And Husseini, I'm not trying to like say that I don't want this to come out the wrong way, like an ungrateful child. Daddy, are we going to eat at the nice restaurant or not? But Husseini, if you're at all interested in, there are super chats over there too, showing the people how it works once we do a stream over there. We're live over there right now, but once we do a stream over there, Husseini, who's sometimes once in a while known to drop a super chat, it will be awesome for him to show everybody what that looks like. I don't know if we still have that option because I haven't streamed over there in a bit. And so it might have taken away the ability to even drop a super chat. I'm not sure. Does anybody on Rumble right now? Can anybody check and see if you can even super chat right now? I don't know if you can. I think I got to do X number of hours of streaming, which we'll get in a millisecond. But that sucks that we no longer have the super chat option. I don't think it's there. Maybe it is on mobile. Let me see if I can pull it up. I'm hoping it's still there. I'm hoping we don't have to regain that feature. I mean, we had it. Let me see. Rumble. Massive $2 super chat. There you go. Now you're back up to 8, buddy boy. Appreciate you. Let's go over to, let me see. The Fantasy Football Show. I'm live. I click on it. I pull that bad boy up. I don't know that I have. Let's see here. Live chat. Let me log in real quickly. Can someone check for me? Because I'd have to log in it. Can anybody see Rumble feature, no censorship? Yeah, I love Rumble. I can super chat the Rumble page. You can? Can anybody drop just like $1 or something just to test it? Does anybody have the ability to do that on Rumble? Just so I can see if we get a super chat. I also want to see if it comes through my other system when I'm doing a multi-stream. I don't think it will. But, and then Land, who dropped a question in the Rumble chat, have a 2 QB league, have May, Stafford, and Burrell. You mean Burrow? You're dropping May, or you're starting May and Stafford no matter what. I mean, Burrow's, I don't think you start Burrow over May or Stafford right now. Terrible Carolina coaching, absolutely. Let's see if anybody can just do like $1 super chat and just see what happens. I just want to make sure we still have the freaking ability to, and I don't have to earn it back real quick. I think we do. I don't see it though on. I'm looking online. Maybe because it's me, they won't let me super chat. There it is. Husseini's testing the super chat. There we go. Okay, it still works. And Sick Nasty dropped a $2, and Burn just dropped $1. So there you go. The super chats still work. I don't know why I don't see the option. Is it because it's my show? I don't know. I don't have a dollar sign on the web. Maybe it's only mobile. Are you guys all on mobile? A Rumble rant? Yeah, Rumble rant. Can anybody see the Rumble rants? Are they available only on mobile? Maybe it's Safari because I have a Safari window open. Let me see if I can pull up. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you know what it might be? I think I'm watching it from a different place. There it is. I see it. The dollar sign and the gifts. You can give up gift 1 sub. So we have subs as well over there, which will be, I don't know if they'll give us emojis. I'll have to check it out. I think they do. Yeah, they do a lot of the gifted emojis. We got Stroud. Look, I just put the Stroud emoji. We got the Stroud emoji. Yeah, drop the Stroud emoji. Do it live. So you can have the memberships as well, and you can gift those as well. You can also super chat. So fantastic that's still there. Thank you guys for dropping those test super chats over on Rumble. If anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, you're like, I'm watching the YouTube channel. I don't know what the hell this guy's even saying. Follow me on Rumble. It's pinned in the live chat. Here's the link. We'll be doing exclusive shows on Rumble. Super chats, gifted memberships, all that stuff will be over there. They're called rants. They're called buy and send Rumble rant. Yeah, I think they're called rants, Rumble rants. So we'll have those. Can't wait to get going over on Rumble. So glad to be back over there, guys. Appreciate you all. I'll see you at midnight Eastern on the midnight show. I think I had a super chat here from Coach. Coach said massive $2 hauler, so $8 he's dropped. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you very much. All right, I'll see you all tonight, midnight Eastern, for the Graveyard Show. We'll be back. Thank you, Husseini. Thank you, Sick Nasty. Let me get that live chat back up. And where'd it go? Where is my live chat? There it is. Thank you, Burnt Toast with the $1 hauler. Brett with the $2 hauler. Brett, thank you, my boy, for testing that. And Husseini with the $1 hauler. I believe that's Husseini, the 5AB1R. I'm pretty sure that's Husseini. Thanks for all being on the Rebel. It shows a lock to all non-members. So only members can super chat, you're saying, Travis? All right, guys, I'll see you all later. Appreciate you.